afternoon, everybody, and welcome back. My name is Dylan Ariaza, and I am the sommelier here at Dimas Wine Shop and Tasting Room. And we have got the tasting for, Kristen, June 7th.
June 8th.
June 8th. And man, I gotta tell you, it feels like summer finally hit this week. It is hot outside, and Kristen's in shorts. First time I've seen her in shorts here at the shop. But without further ado, we've got a real good tasting. This one's, what would you call this theme, Kristen?
Well, our theme is sweet summer nights, so
Yeah.
there's light, really fun wines to enjoy on the patio.
Which ironically, all of them are. So thank you. All of them are light. In fact, there isn't really a real heavy wine in this whole group. So these really are good sipping wines where you don't need a whole lot of food. So let's take it from the top, Kristen. Let's do the Campion. The Campion's more of like a Chablis style wine, meaning it's 100% Chardonnay, but it sees no oak, stainless steel. It's real sharp, minerally, crispy. It's got like this little apple lemony kind of taste going on. Quite good. It's a little bit on the tart side, but you serve it real cold, and it'd go great with any kind of shellfish. And then we go over to Mark Harold. Now, we've been pouring Mark Harold wines here for a long time, almost since our inception here 10 years ago. We've been pouring Mark Harold wines, and this is, he has a couple of lines. This is his Flux line, this is his Rosé. This here is a blend of Grenache, Carignan, and Syrah. Spends 4 months on neutral oak, and then it is French oaked, and then after that it's bottled right away. So it's real light. It kind of reminds me of like cherry cola. Has that cherry with that little vanilla finish to it. Nice and tart. Once again, I would serve this super chill, but you could throw any kind of food at this. It's got the acidity in the body to be able to handle anything from a light paella or a light seafood to it can handle a steak as well. So I certainly would be looking at that. Then we go to this real light style Pinot Noir from Ryder Estate. First time being introduced to this estate. I've never tried anything from them. But I really like the wine. Like I said, it is on the lighter side. It comes from Central Coast. Specifically, it comes from Monterey. Now this is done on French oak. Minimal amount of time. It's probably under a year of French oak, but it has that real, that real earthiness, like raspberry and mushrooms that Pinot Noir is so well known for. So if you're looking for a real light styled, more Burgundian styled Pinot Noir, I would certainly be looking at this. Then we go on to the Abunas. This is a Sangiovese. This is a Sangiovese that comes out of Eagle Point Ranch in Mendocino. 100% Sangiovese. 50% of it is brand new French oak, and it sits on brand new French oak, like I said, 50% of it for 11 months. So it definitely has got a real nice vanilla finish to it. Big jammy licorice, sour cherry kind of thing going on. But what a great wine. I just got through tasting it, and I've tasted this wine before, but I'd forgotten what it was like, and I'm really impressed. I think this will probably be one of the favorites on the tasting for sure. And then we're going to go over to the Priorat, the blue grade. This is a Juan Gil, which ironically we just had Juan Gil. What did we have? The Monastrell. We had the Juan Gil Monastrell on the tasting just this past week, and now we're going on to one of his imports, which is the blue gray. This comes out of, like I said, out of Priorat, which is in Catalonia, and it comes out of the northeast corner of Spain. And this is a blend of Grenache, Mazuelo, and Cabernet Sauvignon. It's got a little grippiness to it. This is probably the only one that's got that kind of, a little bit of bite to it. And I mean that in a good way. It could go either by itself or you could do it with food, but this would love cheese. If you just wanted to sit outside and skip a dinner and just do cheese and wine, this would be a great wine to do that with. So, out of Priorat. Then, last but not least, we go to Paso Robles and we do a 50-50 blend of Zinfandel and Petite Syrah. and only 140 something cases of this were made. This is an effort made by Hearthstone, which I got to visit just a couple of months back with a group here from the wine shop. And I tell you, what a great place. I encourage all of you to go to the winery, visit them, see what it is that they're doing. What I like about it is that it's still very mom and pop oriented, which you really get that feeling that you're kind of almost walking into somebody's home. But they do nice blends, they change their blends all the time, and just a great staff that works there. But big, red, fresh fruit. It obviously sees some oak, it sees some American oak, at least on the Zinfandel side. On the Petite Syrah side, I'm sure that it sees some level of oak, probably American oak as well. But it's got that nice big kiss of vanilla, big French, big or big black licorice and sour cherry and freshness going on. So this is the tasting for this week. I've got some things to just cover off with you. We have got the Farm to Fork, the Trinitas wine dinner coming up at the farm at Fairplex. That is coming up June 25th, right, Kristen? June 25th. Then, after that, we start on July 6th, which is the Monday of or after, however you want to look at it, July 4th weekend. We start our four installment series of Italy, in which we'll be doing Northern Italy, 2 parts of Central, like Northern Central and then Southern Central, and then we finish up with Southern Italy, which we'll be doing some of the islands like Corsica and Sicily, and then getting down into Naples and so forth. So we'll be covering that area. I always like doing Italy because we get to talk a lot about the individual grapes that come from there, which, you know, they're so regional that, like I said in last week's video, there are so many grapes in Italy, so many grape varieties in Italy that you're not going to find them anywhere else in the world. So when talking about unique wines, I would say that Italy, by far, has some of the most unique wines that you're going to try, and we get to try a lot of them. Kristen, Cooper, myself, we've been tasting these wines now for probably 6-8 weeks, and I'm really liking what we have. So we'll be tasting 6 to 9 wines per week. We'll be talking a little bit about the food, we'll be talking about the culture, we'll be talking about why the wines taste the way that they do, and why they pair so well with their foods. So I look forward to seeing you on July 6th, and we will see you next week. Cheers.